Welcome back to the next lecture of C++. I'm Rushali Madam from Karthik Classes Airoli. So today I'm going to teach you how you're going to write programs, and you will definitely going to enjoy this lecture. So let's start. As you can see here, there is a icon Turbo C++. I've downloaded it from net. So any Internet Explorer or any browser you can use to download it. Make sure you are downloaded it from the safe side. After downloading that, you have to click on it, and then this window has popped up. Now you have to click here. Let's see what happens. So you can see here that one file I've typed for you is open now. Okay, so here there are many options: file, edit, search, run, compile, debug, project, options window, and help. So when you open it for the first time, you are only going to get a blank window, this in blue color background. You have to click this new option from the file menu, and then you can start typing your program in this. Okay, after your program is typed, you have to give some name to file, and its extension has to be cpp.cpp. File name could be anything. Usually I give depending on what kind of program logic I'm doing. Okay, so you can see here I've written hash include iostream.h, then hash include conio.h. I have to include these two header files so that the cout functions code, cin functions code is written here, and the compiler can access wherever those functions are used. Get ch and clr functions code is in conio.h. So see, every time whenever you have to access clr compiler just need to go to this header file and do the appropriate function. You don't have to type the entire code written for the function. Okay, now you will check out that some words are green in color, some brackets are blue, some are red. Now here there is box highlighter, something like that. So I'm just showing you. Okay, first I'm writing it as hash include. So if I don't write hash, let's see what happens. Include, in these two brackets I have to write, see, automatically it is green in color. Then the bracket color, automatically compiler is identifying it then and there itself when I am typing it. Okay, so hash include iostream.h. This is, again I am saying you that this is for you to understand why that color, so it is automatic. Okay, so as soon as I write hash in the beginning, just see, the compiler automatically highlights it with the some color box. Okay, so you can identify these are preprocessor directives. Okay, I am just commenting them right now. So this becomes non-executable statements. Now void is a keyword, so compiler is making its color or highlighting it with white color. So suppose if I remove some letter from here, just see, it is now becoming a normal green color text. So what you can identify is this is a keyword. Main is a function name with round parenthesis. The beginning of the main is with curly brace. So see, I have written in comment. Okay, so see, even after writing this executable statement, I can write just in front of anything what I want to specify about it, but I have to write, if it is a non-executable statement, I have to write it in comments. Okay, if I just remove it, then it becomes executable statement, so you have to be careful while writing comments. Then in that main block I have written clr scr. In my PowerPoint presentation lecture regarding this very first program, I have already told you about clear screen, that it will keep the output monitor screen ready to show output for this program. Okay, whatever content was there executed beforehand will be removed. Okay, then we have cout hello world. This is just a statement, simple string written in double quotes, so it is in red in color. Now each statement has to be end with semicolon. Now there may be a question in your mind that why then this is not ended with semicolon, because main function's scope has to first start, and the starting is denoted by this opening curly brace, and we can write n number of statements there which are helpful to get the required output. Okay, so after writing those statements, we have to close the bracket with curly bracket, so main scope will be over. So as this is the indication of beginning of main, I cannot write here semicolon, otherwise its scope ends at that first statement itself. If I write here semicolon, then the scope ends there itself. We have to write all these things inside the main, so you cannot end it there. Okay, rest all see, even for get ch, after writing that I have written semicolon. Now we will see the compilation and execution process. So do you remember I have told you from keyboard, if I want to compile, I can press Alt F9. For this particular version I have to press Alt F9. For some say dev C++ hai, so maybe you have to use F9 here, and for execution F10. Here for compilation I can simply press Alt F9 from keyboard, or I can click on this menu button and then I have to select option compile. You can see it shows us main file hello.cpp, the name of my file which is compiled by the compiler. Then lines compiled 1034. You can ask me, ma'am, there are only 3 lines, how it is showing 1034? So answer to that is, though there are only 3 lines you can see visible, okay, but what is CLR SCR, its code is written in say conio.h, then there maybe there are some lines of code for CLSCR function which are stored in this particular header file. So when I'm going to access it, those particular lines are compiled by the compiler, even for getch, even for cout object, okay, which is cout is in iostream.h, cout scene. Okay, so I'm again compiling because that window which was popped up is vanished. So this is the window. You can see there is no warning or error as such. So our program is error free and warning free. We can press any key to exit, and then next step is to run. Okay, so I have to just execute the program now. Now I'm going to execute this program using this run menu, and then Control F9 from the keyboard, or I will directly press here. So what you can see, hello world line there, right? So whatever I have typed in the cout object, that has been displayed on my monitor. You can see the monitor is having no other data, only the output of my program because of clear screen command. And now the cursor is waiting over there to press any key so that I can go back to the program like this. Okay, so now if I do any changes, we will see what happened to the program. Okay, so purposely I am going to make some mistakes, and we will see what the compiler gives me error, right? So suppose if I remove this semicolon from here, then obviously we have to save the file, then again compile it. Every time if I make some changes, I have to compile and then I have to save and then compile it. So you can see the compiler has given the message that there is one error. That means we have not followed probably some syntax. Okay, see, this happens when we are normally practicing because we have thousands of lines of code to be programmed. So there could be some error unintentionally, or there could be some thing which have missed by us, obviously, without knowingly, like. So what we can do is, you can just press here and then it will show which statement is missing. You can see that on the line 7 it has shown that compiling this, and line 7 the statement missing. So it has already told you where the error is. So this is the programmer's facility. It has, along with the compilation, it has debugged and told you where the possible error could be. Okay, so that means as this line there is an error, then we have to check the previous line to it. So prior to that, then I have to write like this. Okay, and then after doing the changes, you have to again save, right? Say yes. Okay, now I will just show you another program. This is regarding hello world. Now I will open already stored program for you, which is based on operator. Okay, arithmetic operators. So I'm opening it. Just see. Now this is bit lengthy. So what I have done, again you have to include these header files. In main function, you have to write this. Okay, I am just using a tab so that you can understand the indentation. Okay, what I have done in this program is, I have declared 3 variables a, b and r. Okay, and then I have done various operations on them, right? So just see out. Here we are giving the message to the user that we are learning operators. So we are going to ask the programmer that enter any two numbers. Okay, see, once this I have already told you that your program should be such a way that it should interface with the user. If I don't give this message that enter any two numbers, how the programmer will come to know what he is supposed to do when the output window is shown to him? Like suppose when he goes to withdraw money from ATM, then there we have to show enter your password, enter your valid number, card number or whatever, and which operation he wants to do. Similarly here also you have to see that you will give proper instructions to the user. And as this is very basic program, here only simple logic I have used. Okay, first I will try to intend it properly, because I have written just one below other. I'm just giving a tab. I'm pressing tab key from here. Sorry for that. Okay, so for some operators I have done. So just see what I have done here is, I have asked the user to enter two integer numbers C in AB. Now if I want to take the input from keyboard one after other, then just see they are separated by this, yes, extraction operator with C in object. Okay, now we have to do various operations, say addition, subtraction, multiplication. So you already know, but how to write it in program, that I'm showing. So here, before addition operation, you have to make sure that user understand what's going on. So I have written cout addition operator. Okay, then I have done the operations on these two numbers a and b. So a and b are our operands. So a plus b is done. Whatever is the value user will enter is assigned. Do you remember, this is assignment operator, equal to is assigned operator, so is assigned to r. So first RHS is solved, and then whatever is variable on the LHS is assigned. The result is r. Similarly, you can see, I'm just going down, you can see that I have done subtraction, that is a minus b, like that. Okay, and then I have done multiplication. Every time you have to show the result, see out the result is, and then r, because all these operations I have stored in the variable r, right? See here. Then division. Theory, about the theory part of these operators I have already explained in the arithmetic operator. Those who have missed that lecture, you can see in my previous lectures on YouTube, and then you can come to this lecture. Right now, modulus operator. Yes, what is the job of modulus operator? Is to give the remainder of the operation. Okay, so we have to use this percent sign, a percent b, and then suppose if we are doing 15 mod 2, so we should get answer 1, that is 2 sevens are 15. So div में quotient answer रहेगा 7 and mod में remainder रहेगा 1. Okay, so we will execute this. Again we have get ch. Okay, now suppose if I don't, okay, matlab I am telling you, if I don't put CLR SCR, then what happens? Okay, so it will show you the output of the previous program, which is hello world. So I am just saying, first compile, just see whether there is some error. No, there is no error. Now we are going to execute it. So now if I am saying run, that is run menu mein, then what you can see here is hello world and then the previously executed program output. So this I have executed for you. So this is going to happen. Suppose if I press here, then it will go here. So what we can do is we can always write CLR SCR so that my output window is always ready for our output. Now we will come, we have to save it again because changes we have done, then compile and then run. As there is no error, we will execute. So just see, there is no hello world or any other execution. Now the messages of our program, that learning operators. So enter any two numbers. I am entering say 15 and say 2 and then enter. Wait a minute, there is some change. I am executing it again, there is some change. Okay, then it's an execution. So I am entering 15 and 2 from the keyboard. Let's see what is the output. Yes, see, addition operation, result 17, that is 15 plus 2, subtraction 15 minus 2, which is 13. Okay, there is blur in my video. Then multiplication, 15 2s are 30, division is quotient is 7 and modulus remainder is 1. Okay, so this is a perfect example of this. You can, while executing, give different examples, then you will come to know. Okay, this is about today's lecture. Hope you have enjoyed it. Practice more programs, download Turbo C++, compiler from a valid source, authentic source, and then try practicing. Bye for today. Thank you.